Good morning. How's everybody? I'm okay. You okay? Trump's not okay. That's a different story. Alright, let's go for quotes. I don't have any sports tonight. I know the World Series is coming up. I'm not really a big baseball fan since it got so boring, the game. Good one though, Dodgers and the Yankees, classics, you know. They used to be in the same city along with the Giants. Polo Grounds, Ebbets Field, and Yankee Stadium. Been to all three. Polo Grounds was for football. Ebbets Field was for a game, and Yankee Stadium I've been there several times for games, baseball games. Okay, get that out of the way. If you can't tell, I'm not a big baseball fan. I do go to games when the opportunity presents itself. I go with my friends and I have a good time and all that. I just can't sit down on the TV and stay awake to watch baseball. I'm sorry. It's like watching grass grow. All right, that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean anything, you know. I have friends of mine that are avid Yankee fans that could tell you anything and everything you want to know about the team. But every once in a while I find something different. I can't post this here, but I have a picture of myself and my friend at the Yankee Stadium about, I think, 6 to 9 rows back from the dugout. Scalped the tickets 2 minutes before the game, got inside, and watched the Pine Tar game where they threw a home run out by Brett because tar was too high on the bat, and I watched Billy Martin get hysterical. That was a great game. That was the best baseball game I've ever been to, and that was a really great day with my friend Billy Pastrusak, and we had a really great time. But I digress. Now, he is saying that Waltz, that's the vice president candidate Waltz, is saying that I'm not sure exactly where he gets this particular piece of information. I believe it's true, but I'm not really sure as to where he's. I don't have down the list of places where he gets this. But he's saying that the Republicans want a reason not to vote for Trump. And I believe that, you know. They want a legitimate reason not to vote for this idiot. There are several out there, but apparently they're not good enough for them. So they keep looking for this one giant reason. I will tell you this, based upon that I think they suspect, as I suspect, that if Trump wins this election, it'll be the last free election the United States ever sees until we overturn the Trumpettes that are out there. Now, he wants another thing that he said. This I read at CNN and a few other places, that Trump wants generals like Hitler had. Well, he had fairly good generals that were under his command, and the reason they lost the war was because they were under his command, and he flipped out. You know, he didn't listen to anybody else, and that's pretty much one of the reasons that helped destroy the Nazi regime. You know, but there's something that Trump should take into consideration there. Okay, his top generals plotted to kill him. Okay, so if he wants those kind of generals, he's more than one. He can have them on my part. The ones who want to kill him, yeah, go ahead. You know, I just think he's being a little ridiculous about that. But he doesn't understand the military. He doesn't understand that as president, they're likely to follow him until they get tired of him, and then they'll do what they said they want to do. They want to kill him. Musk wants to be. Musk is out there saying, making Nazi comments as well, and Musk wants. I'm not sure if Musk wants to be Himmler or if he wants to be king of the world. But he's another man that refuses to believe that anybody else's opinion counts other than his own. You know, he's playing a game with Trump that Trump's too stupid to realize, and having him around is going to prove to be very, very dangerous. He's not going to be a Himmler. He's going to be a, I don't know what he is. You know, it's just he's just, I don't understand him. You know, he waited till towards the end, so I guess he figures that Trump's going to win, so he's on the winning side. Because I think that if he had gone out earlier and Trump had lost, he'd really have a hard time with his businesses, because he's like Trump. His businesses don't really, they make money, but they make money by mistake, and it's not. A lot of his stuff, including the space rocket and all that other stuff that he's done, although it looks great on paper, I don't think it's sustainable. Because I think he's a whack job, and I think he'll eventually turn around and destroy it, like he did with Twitter. Twitter's not totally destroyed yet, but Twitter is. I like Twitter a lot. I used it all the time. I had a lot of followers on there, which didn't follow me over to Mastodon or Mastodon Universal. Mastodon Social and Mastodon Universal are two websites that I'm on. You know, it's not Twitter, but they're just as good, I think, for my purposes. There are others. I forget what they call them. But there are different Mastodon accounts you can go to if you're for business and whatnot, which kind of makes it a little better because it separates the bullshit, you know, into various categories. I haven't really seen a lot of bullshit on the two accounts that I have. It's not a lot of political, it's a lot of arts and creativity and stuff like that, and that's okay too. You know, the Universidon has this one guy, Tuck Trump, you know, instead of fuck Trump, it's Tuck Trump. He's pretty good, but then again, every once in a while he puts up an ad for something. You know, everybody's trying to make money, you know, off of this stuff, except me. You know, all I'm trying to do is I want to become viable. I just want people to listen to want to look me up every once in a while to see what the hell I have to say. You know, that's all I'm after. You know, and somebody out there to come along and be like me, you know, to take over when I'm gone, because I'm not going to be around here forever, you know. I have no delusions of that one, folks, you know, so I don't get excited about it. Let's see, where else am I going? I'm getting tired of these headlines. Trump gets slapped by surprise ruling. It's a Supreme Court drops election-changing bombshell on Trump. Another ad that was put up by, I forget who, could be the Lincoln Project, an assisted living for Trump. You know, because they keep going on and on about this. It's there's a lot of garbage out there about Social Security and whatnot, and nobody knows what's going to happen to that the day after Trump gets sworn in. He said he's going to do away with that, and then I personally, he's going to kill a few thousand people in America, you know, Americans that are on. So he might kill all 64 million people that are on Social Security by the time he's done. he will send people. I will probably have to be very careful what I say here if he wins, because he's going to send people everywhere across the world to hunt down people that say things bad against him. And down here, you could, for $5 you can get somebody killed down here. It's a different kind of country. It's like the U.S. was in the 50s. Life didn't mean anything. It still doesn't down here. They say, oh, it's a great country. It is. It's a lot of fun place to be. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. Problem is, the Colombians don't appreciate it. They need to stop being the Catholic country and come down to do a little population control here. Because they're going to run out of food, oil, water, everything else. We're running out of water now, which is very surprising when you see how much rain we get down here. But apparently parts of the country that need it more than we do here in Medellin are suffering. So, you have to take a look at that. All right, going on. Okay, one of the things that Trump is preparing to do, and that takes care of all my notes there, is to create election day chaos. He's got lawyers lined up including ones that are actually going on the verge of being indicted for other things. But he is preparing to challenge almost every vote. Every state, every vote. So you're really gonna have to get together and fight for the right to vote and the right to have your vote counted. So let's hope that the good people win out in this one. But it's going to be chaotic. I don't know if I would advise attending rallies or parties after the election. I would pretty much advise go home and just sit and wait to see what happens. They're saying right now, without all his chaos, that the laws that are in place and whatnot are going to require a couple of days to really get a final count. I'm pretty sure that I can tell you that Trump will lose the popular vote again, and that doesn't mean anything. Look how bad this election really is. They're campaigning in Arizona, Washington, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia. I think one more. I'm not sure. But that's 6 states and the rest of you don't count. Okay. Don't see him going to New Jersey. Don't see him going, and he's got golf courses in New Jersey. Don't see Trump going to, neither does Kamala, all right? So this isn't a one-sided deal. They're both doing the same thing. They're campaigning for the electoral college vote as opposed to the popular vote. Okay, Kamala Harris should win the popular vote, probably by a lot. But will she win the states that she needs to win? That's a different story. That's why I don't like this system. Because if you live in Washington State, you don't really have a great deal to say about this election. If you live in Maine, you don't really have a great deal to say about this election. And this is where people get frustrated with the vote, because they believe their vote doesn't count. And to a certain degree, they're right. I mean, these so-called key states that's stupid. Okay, it shouldn't be just 5 or 6 states that elect the president of the United States, and that's what's happening. And this isn't the first one. It was the last. It's been that way for a long time. It's just getting worse. And if something isn't done before the next general election, assuming that we survive this, there won't be a general election. Trust me. I mean, you've got the megas will have more support than ever. If they win, they will be the what is it called? He'll be he can be Hitler and Musk can be Mussolini, and that's what you're going to be looking at. Neither one of those guys believes you're smart enough to know who to vote for. That's the thing. I mean, Trump isn't the genius, but the genius is around here. That's what they believe. That's what they believed back when they did the Electoral College. That the average person isn't capable of making a decision like that. I don't know why. The original Electoral College was set to be like a debate after you got the members vote. You had the delegates and everything. They were going to be like talk about it and debate. They don't talk. They don't debate. They have to vote a certain way now. That's not doesn't really help. Okay, I'm not sure that in this country, with the political situation that we have right now, that a popular vote is the best choice. But I do think that some sort of change has to occur, because you can. What was it? Clinton won the popular vote by 8 million votes and still lost the election. That shouldn't happen. That means you had an unpopular president to begin with. So, listen, think about this stuff. You got to make some changes. You got to get to your Congress people and your senators and your local legislations and stuff like this, and do away with this stuff. All right? Okay, listen. That's it for to me. It's Saturday. Saturday. It's Wednesday. God, I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. That's it, folks. I'm going to fold up. No, but we have a football game tomorrow night, which I'll talk about tomorrow. And I'm sure these idiots out there will say something stupid or do something stupid that will be newsworthy. We'll either see it later or we'll see it tomorrow. All right. Have a good day.